tall, weighing in at 1. Here comes the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring quite like this man.
The reach, how on earth are they going to get through that jab?
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Kyiv, Ukraine, with 41 knockouts in his 45 career wins, here is the hard-hitting, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, known as Dr. Iron Fist, Vitaly.
You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight? Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight, and what a fight it should be.
You can hear the noise, you can hear the fans. I've been to many, many fights like this, and it's very, very eerie.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. That hook just can't find the target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Swing and a miss with that jab. Don't get caught up on how many times this guy gets hit. He's a slugger, Johnny, and you know he's just waiting for his opportunity to strike back.
If you get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry.
And he misses with that straight left. These punches coming from every angle. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the round can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers are watching your every move, that every twitch.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
No rest for the weary. It's all offense all the time. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. And he scores with the counter. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Insane action. How about that time counter shot? He threw a punch and just got countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe, just get your breath back.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Not sure why he's not using his reach advantage.
I've done that before. Use your reach, use your speed. frustrate the opponent, make them make a mistake.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Nice exchange here from both men. Nice counter punch right up the middle. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. He misses with that jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
They stop the hook there. Nice counter shot. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. A perfect counter shot. The straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Klitschko in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
So they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab is slick. Just the same again. Don't change.
On to the third. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You would not want to be hit by this guy. Trust me. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get nervous, something that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
Parries that jab away. You'd like to see more jabs. It's bombs away. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Caught him. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. A borderline disastrous round, but he's still on his feet.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
You getting soft?
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work.
You with this round, kid. You had everything in the bag, and now you're going to let
In your power shots. Good work. Don't forget the jab, and don't get
Terrible round, that is. Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're way better than this guy. You're way better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch on.
Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he
I
can
need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back.
just don't let him back into the fight. Don't give him any free shots. Keep smart.
Your shots off. Don't give him anything. Go back and win the round, right?
But you'll take him out. He's ready to go.
And that'll do it for the time between rounds as we get set to get back in the action.
You don't want...
Otherwise he'll see it and he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Nice punch. Caution is being thrown to the wind. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a title. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Oh, what a punch! Punch caught him clean. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
That punch landed. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And Tyson Fury just got clipped. The big fella might be in big trouble. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow.
Take the round off. Win the round on the game.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Good counter punch. Straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Fury! I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
A shot from the gods took him out. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
That jab gets blocked. Nice looking right hook, but he blocked it. Incredible firepower from both of these heavyweights. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Fury in that last round.
Focus. Big, deep breaths. Big, deep breaths. Calm yourself.
There's the bell for round 6. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute? You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's a counter shot. You've seen in the past in this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That's another scoring shot. We're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? The straight right just misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Klitschko in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
Nice round, good round.
Here we go. It's round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way to a fight.
You'd like to see more jabs. A lot of effort being exerted here. They exchange punches. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched. Skip.
Wow, let's take another look at that.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
No rest for the weary. Just avoids the left uppercut. Looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Fury in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
You had everything in the bag. Great round, great round. Now relax. Just get him.
I need you to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back.
Beautiful. That's it. Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Very good.
Round 8, and we're off again. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Do you believe what we are seeing? A big headshot, and he goes down. We have got to see that again.
Listen to me. Are you okay?
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Accuracy, power, punch, perfect. That must hurt.
It is nighttime, and we are live outside at the Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Eric Morales, 5'8" tall, with a reach of 72 inches. And he'll be facing Teofimo Lopez. He's 5'8" tall and has a reach of 68.5 inches.
There is no joke about this.
It's Eric El Terrible Morales. He defeated 15 world champions during the course of his career, and he's going to try and light up his opponent again tonight. There's never a dull moment with this guy. Here comes Teofimo Lopez. Tries to be entertaining both in and out of the ring. And boy, is he talented. A two-division world champion.
Look at this. These fights are so up for it. Look at that.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. Here is the renowned 4-division champion of the world, introducing Eric El Terrible Morales. Fighting out of the blue corner from Brooklyn, New York, in the United States, an electrifying 2-division champion of the world, known as the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
They'll be fighting under the lights tonight. What a unique environment as we get set for this high-energy showdown.
It's cooled down a little bit. The fighters will love that. We might see a high-tempo fight here.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Nice hook there. Oh, look at that left jab. We've been fighting all day long, and we've reached our main event, and they'll do it underneath the moonlight, ladies and gentlemen. We're outdoors for this highly anticipated main event.
It's been a long, long day, Todd. They've been drinking, they've been out in the sun, they've been having a good time. But this is what they've been waiting for. This crowd can be very unpredictable. And by the sense of it, it's nighttime now. They're waiting for the big fight. There's a lot of pressure on these fighters' shoulders to get that job done and perform.
Both want a highlight reel knockout. Oh, what a punch. Nice straight. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be honest. You've got to be honest. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Nice straight. Just misses right uppercut. Oh, and the right hook clipped him clean. Defense is not an option for these two. Beautiful counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talking about Morales in that last round. They got the momentum. They got the advantage. How do they carry?
He's smart when he goes.
And there's the bell to start round 2. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. And Lopez is dazed. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Nice job getting that punch through. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The straight right just misses. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Morales in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Get focused and get your mind back on the job.
And there's the bell to start round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You'd like to see more jabs. Well, Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Got him there. Won't score with that right uppercut. Only catching air with that hook. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Do you believe what we're seeing? And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Punch, counter punch. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Fantastic punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talking about Morales in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second,
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this could be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
They better start respecting each other's punching power. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Here we go with these two lightning-quick lightweights.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
The straight right just misses. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talking about Morales in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Get your mind back.
There's the bell to start round 5. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Which fighter will say no mas? Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The straight right just misses. The jab doesn't quite connect. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent...
Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
The straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Talk about Morales.
He switched off completely.
On to the 6th round. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That punch landed. You'd like to see more jabs. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
That uppercut does not score. Yes, there's a cut, and the referee will stop the action. So the referee says fight on. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. Well, the cut man's got some work to do in this.
Come on, he's laying back in the fight. You're much better than this guy.
And there's the bell to start round 7. What an action-packed round that was. Let's see what they have in store for us here.
What a round. I'm exhausted. They must be absolutely shattered. What could you tell a man when he comes back to the corner? You need the instructions to be simple, precise. Don't befuddle them because they're just shattered.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Miss with that jab. This is a high-octane battle. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talking about Morales in that lap. And we enter the 8th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. No rest for the weary. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
straight right just misses. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Can they figure out the combination to this save? Down goes Lopez. We knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I've got to see that again.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
They miss with the jab. Jab misses. Insane action. The referee will send them to the corner and take a look at the cut.
You're taking too much. The fight is over.
And the referee will stop it. This fight is over.
This should have been stopped at the beginning of the round.
Well, Johnny, how do you rate the performance after this stoppage win?
I think